Hello to everyone. It's time to record the next speaking practice video, the speaking practice video number 86. Yeah. I haven't been studying English for 2 weeks. Yeah, because I've been studying another language now. Yeah, and now I'm ready to get back to practicing English. Truth be told, I I apply a little bit efforts, a little bit of inner efforts in order to start recording the speaking practice video because Um, I feel myself a little bit tired right now. Yeah, I just came here after training session. Yeah, and I'm a little bit not exhausted, but a little tired. Yeah. So and also as I said, this is the first speaking practice video after 2 weeks of different language, and this speaking practice video may be maybe not the best in quality, yeah, because it's gonna be a warm up for me, yeah, a warm up in order to switch to English language, yeah. And before I start, I want to say that I want to remind, I want to remind uh, myself. Actually, I want to make this say a reminder to myself, or make a reminder for myself. Yeah, just simply saying why I'm recording speaking practice video. Uh, because reminding yourself the reason why you do something, especially when you don't feel like do something because of different reasons like tiredness or simple desire to invest your time in something else, in order to do the right thing for you, I mean that the things that you decided to do and you understand clearly why it is very important to do the thing. I'm talking right now about speaking practice. And the reason is I want to get better in using speaking English. Yeah, mm, I want to get better in speaking English. Yeah. I think I'm quite good at reading right now. I'm quite good at listening, but when I speak, I feel sometimes I can't say that I feel discomfort. I feel myself comfortable during speaking, because already 85 speaking practice video have have been done, and it helps. It really helps in studying. And but when I speak, I still feel like it might be better. Yeah, I might pronounce words better. I might build the sentence in order to convey the idea more clearly. Yeah, there are things like world building, pronunciation, grammar, um, clarity of speech. All of these things needs to be exercised. Uh, the best is daily, yeah, every day. But because I'm learning two languages right now, I'm splitting my attention between two, and it means that I'm not progressing so fast in English. Yeah, I'm progressing more slowly, but all of that because I also want to work on other language at the same time. Yeah, and still, thanks to the speaking practice, I can I can maintain I can maintain all this information, all this skill. I can maintain the level of skill that I've already achieved. Yeah, it's kind of like, as I said, the best way to do it is do it daily. Yeah, every day speaking practice, every day English. But I can't, or I can, of course, but it's not the way that I choose. Yeah, I also need other language. So I use the method like this. Yeah, 2 weeks, 2 weeks one language, as another 2 weeks another language. Yeah, kind of altering between them. It works. It works. Yes, and as I said, the disadvantage is sometimes it's hard to switch between languages. Sometimes you can forget words from one language and remember from other, and then when you switch, you start remembering vice versa. Yeah. You learn one language, you are getting better. Then you switch to another language, you start forgetting a little bit the the language that you learned previously, and it's kind of like, the good example would be, let's say that you push in the trolley. You push in the trolley on when you learn in only one language daily, you push in the trolley. The trolley is the language basically. Yeah, you push in the trolley on the plain, um, how we call it, absolutely, oh, straight, plain, straight ground without incline. Yeah, you just kind of push in the trolley daily, and it works. Yeah, the trolley is moving, you are moving, your skills is becoming better, and because you're doing day by day, you kind of only progressing in it. Yeah, there is no moving backwards. Yeah, but when you learn two languages at the same time, it's kind of like you pushing two trolleys at this, not at the same time, but you kind of pushing two trolleys on the incline road. Yeah, to the up direction on the incline road, and you push, and it's kind of work like this. You push one trolley for some time, yeah, then you get back to another trolley and starting pushing it. And because the road is inclined, the first trolley is, it's not staying in one place. Yeah, it's kind of moving backwards little by little. It's not that you are losing all your progress, no, but you're losing some of it because you didn't intend, because you don't attend and pay attention to other language for, as I said, 2 weeks. Yeah, and it's kind of like you do efforts, but you losing the progress. You are moving to trolleys, but you're losing a little bit of progress in two of them. Yeah, but still you move in two. As a person who will move only one trolley, of course it will make faster progress, it will make better progress, faster progress, but you you making slower progress, but you doing progress or in two languages. Yeah, and on the long distance. Yeah, um, language is it's not a one big journey. Yeah, it's a journey of years, and on the distance you're not gonna be so far as a person who move one trolley, but at least you're gonna be somewhere in the middle already with two trolleys. Yeah, with two languages, and that's actually what I'm aiming for. Yeah, I'm not looking for, and I'm not planning to, at least right now, to become proficient, to become fully proficient in English. Yeah, I'm not planning to reach C1 or C2 level of English. What I'm planning to do is to stabilize, fasten, and secure my B2 level of English. Yeah, make myself absolutely secure in using English on the B2 level. Yeah, and that's why I'm recording speaking practice videos. That's why that's why I'm altering between two languages. The goal is to reach B2 in both of them, secure it, yeah, and use it in daily conversations, yes, and use it at work as well, yeah. All this point of learning English, despite of the fact that I really like this language, I like literature, I like speaking this language, I like how I sound, I like how I sound sound in this language, of course, with my native accent, and English speaking person already know instantly would notice it that I'm not from England, not from America. Yeah, that I'm the person who uses the English language as a second language, but still I like how I sound in this language. I like learning it. It's interesting for me. Yeah, it's not only that I have to. Of course, sometimes I have to. Sometimes I want to, but most of the time I just need to, and I have genuine attraction to it. I have what I learned about myself for these 3 years of studying languages, that I have genuine attraction to the process of studying language. I like it. I like learning new words. I like watching new content. I like uh, being able to communicate with different people. Yeah, I like recording speaking practice videos. Yes, even if I'm recording it alone. Yeah, it's still interesting for me. It still makes my mood. It's exhaust me. Yeah, understand. Just understand me correctly. Yeah, that try to understand me correctly. That it's exhausting. It's exhaust me, but at the same time, it's not like I'm exhausted and I'm feeling bad. I'm exhausted and I'm feeling good because I'm exhausted of studying language. Yeah, interesting thing. Yeah, how it works for me, and it's like a pleasurable exhaustion. Yeah, like you did the job, you tired, but you feel yourself fulfilled and happy, that you feel yourself content that you did the right thing, and that's how it works for me in languages. Right now, uh, and also what I wanted to say is that right now I don't have a lot of time to invest in English study in language learning. Basically, I have 1 or 2 hours in the evening that I can not sacrifice. It's incorrect word. That I can devote. Yeah, that I can devote to studying English or studying another language. Yeah, and I use these 2 hours right now. I'm using this time, and so what else I wanted to say? I think it's enough for warm up. And let's move to the chat gpt and start answering to the questions that chat gpt prepares for me. And this is kind of, if you are also an english learner, you can use my method or this method that I use. Yeah, I just ask chat gpt to prepare 10 questions for me on a different topics. Yeah, I choose the level of these questions, and ChatGPT generates for me topics, and it helps me to record this speaking practice video. Yeah, it's not kind of like I need to improvise what I'm going to talk about. I don't need to improvise topics. ChatGPT do it for me, and I'm just elaborating on it. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, many people don't understand it, at least. The people whom I share this idea that you don't need a speaking partner all the time. You can work with ChatGPT. Yeah, not everyone understand it. Not everyone accept it. Not everyone even understand why I'm doing it. Yeah, what's the point of speaking with yourself? Yeah, what's the point? But the point is this is an exercise still. Yeah, and while you speak in English, you use in English, and this is the best possible exercise that you can perform. This is the best possible exercise that you can perform uh, for for learning how to talk in English. Yeah, speaking practice is the best type of practice. There is no better practice for you in order to learn how to talk in English, and just and even with speaking to yourself, with ChatGPT, you still practicing, you still do pronunciation, you build the sentences, you're trying to convey the idea that you want to share. Yeah, and yes, this is the best type of practice, basically. Yeah, some people don't understand. People who learn English, I think they understand why it's important to talk English. Yes, and yeah, yes, that's all what I wanted to say. Let's start answering on the questions. Why do some people prefer living in older buildings with history, while others prefer modern homes with new technology? Why do some people prefer living in older buildings with history, while others prefer modern homes with new technology. Um, okay, okay. Let's say that this question contains the answer in it already. Yeah, like some people prefer older buildings because of the history, because of the vibe, because of the atmosphere, yeah, the mood that buildings create, these buildings create for them, yeah. On the other hand, there is people who prefer the quality, the quality of place over the history of the place. Like I for example, I don't care about the history of a place. I mean, not in a manner, yeah, in an adequate manner, in a normal manner. Like I need a clear space. I need a clear space. I need that everything, the history of a place needs to be clear. Like no no drastic things in a place happened, like suicide or kind of series of bad things. Yeah, sometimes there is places where might bad things, where bad things had happened. Yeah, and I'm not a spiritual person, yeah, but still, it's kind of have its own, I don't know, stain on it. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to explain, but better to choose something clear or at least with a good history. But it's not a question about this type of history. This question is about historical value. For example, some kind of, I don't know, old buildings that contains a lot of architecture and in it, yeah, from previous years, yeah, beautiful place in a manner of speaking. But for me, I prefer more comfort. I prefer comfort. I prefer technologies. I prefer that the place of living needs to be comfortable, pleasant, and clean. Yeah, and I'm also a minimalist in this. I just need clear, half empty space, and that's all. Yeah, with a good history about it. Yeah, in a manner of if it's if I am not the first how we call it, there is a landlord. Uh, if I'm not the first how we call it, landlord is the one who landlord is the one who gives you the right to live in his place, but who is the person who rent rent? Okay, how we call the person who rent who rents a place? Tenant. Yeah. If you are not the first tenant, it's better to check the history of a place. Yeah, what's kind of happened there. But if you are a first tenant and it's a new building, or it's kind of yeah. I prefer new buildings. I prefer comfort. I prefer um. For me, it's very important. Yeah, it's kind of how the house was built, what's the quality of the house, what's the quality of the building, because it affects how warm it or how warm it, how warm it at winter and how chill it at summer. Yeah, it's or there is a lot of things. Yeah, um, that affects the quality of your living in a building. Yeah, and electricity, the quality of the electricity, the quality of the uh, water, yeah, the quality of the communications in the building, yeah, different stuff, different things, yeah. And for me, it's much more better when it is new, when it is built recently and kind of proved the quality, yeah. All buildings, okay, there is a history, there is kind of atmosphere in it, kind of mood in it. but still old communications, um, old building, yeah, have its own problems, and I think it's much more better to live in comfort than live in discomfort, but with a history, but in a historical place. Yeah. um, my argument is you usually spend your time at home. If you are not working at home, you spend your time at home, to sleep, to eat, and to relax. If you can't normally sleep, eat, and relax in your place, there is a problem. Yeah. So that's my answer. How do you think, as a question number two, how do you think advertising influences the way people judge products and services? Um, in a direct way, yeah, how it influences in a direct way. It's kind of what advertising is created about, to tell some information about the product in order to sell it, yeah, in order to kind of introduce the product to the audience and invoke the desire to buy this product, to use this product, and its effects influence the customer directly. Yeah, like this is the answer. Yeah, no need to elaborate, I think. The question number three. Do you think learning a foreign language changes the way a person understands another culture? Do you think learning a foreign language changes the way a person understands another culture? Why? It's not only change the way it's not only change um it not only changes the way how a person perceive and understand different culture. It allows the person to kinda mm, go in or walk into and be a part of the culture. Yeah, like without language, you can't understand. Mm, yeah, basically, without language, language is your doors. Yeah, to another culture, to another country. To it's kind of it's everything. Yeah, it's a way of communication. It's a way of sharing the information, and it's not changes your perspective. It allows you to have perspective. Yeah, it allows you to build your perspective about the country, about the culture. Yeah, because it's kind of like you getting the information from the natural or origin source. Yeah, okay, like if you speak the language, you can understand what's happening in this society. Yeah, what happening in the society, what happening in the country, what is culture about. Yeah, you're reading books, you're reading books. Yeah, you're reading books, and there is a lot of culture in the books. And when you read a book in a foreign language, you kind of consuming the culture, the literature, the history of the country. Yes, and that's how it works. I feel it. I feel it on myself. Yeah, like speaking English and ability to speak English, ability to read in English and write in English provided me with opportunity to, I don't know, interact with English speaking society, look for information in English, read the articles about, I don't know, different topics in English. Yeah, I kind of start understanding the history. Yeah, because historical periods. Sometimes you read articles about historical periods. I'm reading books. I'm reading Lord of the Rings. Um, I'm kind of um of watching YouTube, watching movies. Um, I'm in this bubble. I'm in this informational bubble. Informational bubble. Yeah, let's say it. In which the societies, yeah, English speaking societies or another speaking societies, and when you are can be a part of the society, you can use the language, you can understand what they think about, what they're talking about. You consume in their culture, you consume in their information. Yeah, it's all about information. Yeah, if you can perceive the information in an origin language, you will start consuming from it everything: culture, thoughts, problems, ideas, everything. Yeah, just language allows you to language gives you the access to the information in a language that is written, spoken, or written, spoken. Yeah, basically written and spoken. Yeah, and that's how it works. Yeah, I think I explained my point. Yeah, you know, it's not changes your perspective. It allows you to build a perspective, the real one. Yeah, because when you are learning something about other country, but through your language, through translation, it's something, but it's not the same as you will use origin. Yeah, origin provides you with more context, with more authenticity, and it builds your perception differently, more deeply, I would say. Okay, the question number 4. If public libraries disappeared completely, what would society lose? Um, difficult question for me. If public libraries disappeared completely, what would society lose? Um, I've never been in a public library. At least I've been when I was at school, but right now, I don't know. I think public libraries serve the purpose of storing the old books, storing the information, storing the books basically, and why not? Yeah, I think it's okay. It's even necessary to have these facilities for storing all information, old books. Yeah, but right now we are living in internet era. Yeah, and all this information, all these books, if they are popular, if they are needed, they are okay. This word is when you I don't know this word, but I will explain what I mean. When the text is scanned and put into the internet, put into the electronic format. Yeah, like you scan the text and you have this text in the computer. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and after that, you can share it, you can store it. Yeah, it's kind of it can't be damaged if the memory card is if the memory card isn't damaged, the information of this memory card also isn't damaged. So it's kind of I'm not I'm and yeah, talking about myself, a little about my experiences. I prefer reading. I prefer using electronic books. Yeah, I prefer using pocketbook and yearbook. Yeah, basically, and electronic book, and I'm absolutely okay with that. Yeah, and I'm not kind. I'm not magnified to using paper books. Yes, there is people who say that paper books is different, blah blah blah. But in my perspective, yeah, books, electronic books, just more comfortable. Yeah, in use. You can read it at night, you can read it at day, you can read it all the time. Yeah, you just need a charger and that's all. Yeah, all books of the world might be in your pocketbook. Yeah, and for instance, try to fit at least 10 books with yourself in any place. Like it will weight like it will weight 10 kilos, 20 kilos to put all your books with yourself, even if it's 10 15 books. But in a small pocket book that weight, I don't know, 2 kilos, no, not even 2, less than kilo, you can have thousands of books, millions of books, and read it at any time when you want. And this is my answer. Libraries is important. It's they shouldn't be closed. Yeah, they store the information. They works like storage for books for information that was written in the books or printed in the books. Yeah, but there is nothing wrong, and probably it's even better to switch to electronic books. Yeah. Why do some question number 5? Why do some people become interested in extreme sports or dangerous activities? Because of adrenaline. Yeah, adrenaline can work like it brings you a lot of sensations. It can boost up your dopamine, and I know what I need to explain. Yeah, just kind of try some activities uh, that will increase your adrenaline level, and you will understand what I'm talking about. This feeling is this feeling of adrenaline. Like how to pronounce it? Let's check. Adrenaline. Pronunciation. Pronunciation.
Adrenaline.
Why I'm not hearing it?
Adrenaline.
Why I'm not hearing it? Let's check.
Adrenaline.
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 Adrenaline. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just try some activities. I think you've tried it in your life. It's kind of addicting. Yeah, to this feeling of adrenaline in your blood. So that's why people like it. This is one of the reasons. Yeah, why people become interested in extreme sports or dangerous activities. There is other things like not only adrenaline, probably natural attraction, natural interest to the type of sport or activity, or I don't know, financial interest in it. Yeah, kind of building a career. Things like that. Yeah. As long as these activities are controlled and do not bring not discomfort, but rather, as long as this activity is controlled and do not um, hazard other people's lives, people who are not participating in these activities, um, it's okay. Yeah, it's absolutely okay. The question number 6: how has the way people celebrate and special occasions changed over time? How has the way people celebrate birthdays and special occasions changed over time? It's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, all that I know about birthdays that it's a tradition. Yeah, at least in my country, it's a tradition. When you have a birthday, you gather your closest ones and you celebrate together. Yeah, some people celebrate, some people don't. Me, for instance, the last three birthdays I celebrated on my own, and I've been content about it. Yeah. So, um, how has the way changed in a historical perspective? I don't know, but I think I can share the personal experience. The older you get, the less friends you have. It's not about desire to celebrate. It's kinda the importance of birthday kinda fading away. Yeah, with years. It becomes just a day for you. Yeah. For some. Yeah. Probably for some people who I don't know who build a strong bond with the celebration. They still celebrate it like in the movies. But me, I don't know. I would like to celebrate with someone, but I don't know. Don't talk about it much. Yeah. Let's let's put it away for a time being. Probably later I will back to this topic in a different speaking practice video. Okay, the question number seven. Do you think governments should spend more money on space exploration or solving problems on Earth? Why? Honestly saying, I think there is a lot of problems that we created on Earth already, and it would be nice and smart to concentrate on what we have, uh, kinda on what we have right now and how to preserve it in an adequate state, in a healthy state, instead of imagining or fantasizing about moving on other planet. Yeah, basically. Of course, there is still needs to be. Yes, of course, there is space exploration is important. It's very interesting. It gives us answer about the world in which we live in. But the problems of Earth, I think, it's much more important than just simple exploration. Yeah, because we are living on Earth right now, and our not our successors, yeah, also gonna live on it. Yeah, and if we will destroy the Earth, the humanity will extinct. Yeah, and I think better to care about the Earth. Yeah, it's much more important than simple exploration, and I explain why. Because this is a question of the preserving of humanity, the question of living. Yeah, if we lose the Earth, if we make the Earth unsuitable for living, there is no humanity, there is nothing. Yeah, in the future, just an empty planet. Yeah. The question number 8. If all professional sports disappeared tomorrow, what impact would it have on society? If all professional sports disappeared tomorrow, what impact would that have on society? I don't know. Probably, I don't know. Probably people wouldn't. A lot of people. Okay, let's put it in this way. It would be a big loss of money. It was a big falling off economy because in a sports, professional sports, there is a lot of it's a big industry. Yes, and there is a lot of money involved. It would be financial not I'm not sure about crisis, but it would be financial uh worsening. It would be worsening of the financial situation of the state. It would be for, I don't know, regular people who are not only regular people, but a sportsman. A lot of people will lose their job, and yeah, it's gonna be just financial disaster. Yeah, in a field of sport. Yeah, a lot of people will lose their job, and economy of country will get negative from it. And it's my opinion. Question number 9. Why do some cities become famous? Okay, why do some cities become famous tourist destinations? Why do some cities become famous tourist destinations while others with similar attractions remain unknown? Okay, why do some cities become famous tourist destinations while others with similar attractions remain unknown? Um, okay, let's answer it in this way. Uh, Tourism is a business, yeah, and usually, usually, um, I don't know, it's not even a business. Yeah, of course it's business, but the point is if the place have a history, if the place is beautiful, if in this place is money invested in order to build a tourist business there, this place will attract tourists. Yeah, this place will attract people. Who is gonna travel to the place with no history? Yeah, what's the point? People want to see something new. People want to learn something new. People want to um, discover different cultures for them. Yeah, and all these things kind of attract people. Yeah, and that is my answer. Yeah, that's how it works. I don't think it needs further elaboration. The question number: if something attracts people, there is gonna be. If something is attracts people, like like a sightseeing or tourist destination, yeah, the people will go there if it's allowed by the government and if it's safe, yeah, and if it's safe, if it allowed, people gonna use, people gonna go there, people gonna describe it, people gonna go there, yeah, basically. Why others with similar attraction remain unknown? I don't know. It depends on the place. Yeah, we need to compare something in order to, I need to compare. I need to more precise examples in order to compare, in order to give more, uh, more deliberate or yeah, deliberate answer. Okay, the question number 10, the last one for the speaking practice, and it's good because I already want to go. I already want to have dinner. Yeah, I guess. And let's answer on this question number 10, and we'll say that speaking practice is done for today. Not the best one, I already understand it, but still the practice, still important, still improve my speaking skills. Okay. Still important, still improves my speaking skills. Okay. The question number 10. Do you think handwriting will become unnecessary in the future because of digital technology? Why or why not? No, I don't think that handwriting will become unnecessary because even if you, there is things like, I don't know, even if it's digital, sometimes some things requires your um, digital handwriting. Yeah, you need to write something on a laptop, like using a special device that looks like a pen. Yeah, just electrical pen, and you still do writing. I know handwriting is so basic skill. It's so needed in I don't know. It's needed everywhere. You need to make your own notes. You need to write. You learn at school. There is a lot of writing on different topics. You need to write an essay. You using writing. You need to write someone a note. You use writing. Yeah. You still need punctuation. You need to know the alphabet, you need to know how to sentence build, you need to know how language grammatically works, and all this is learned through handwriting. Yeah, basically. Even when you learn and you make a conspect, you write in things in order to remember them better, in order to understand them better. I don't know. It's so necessary. It's so kind of natural for a person to write in order to communicate, in order to think, in order to share the thoughts, in order to analyze things. Um, I think it's never gonna become instinct. Yeah, I think it's the skill never gonna become redundant or redundant. What does it? Redundant. Redundant. It's not correct word because redundant mean. Ah, yes, redundant. Something is unnecessary, no longer needed. Yes, I don't think this skill become redundant. I don't think this skill become fully digitalized. Yeah, still all the learning program based on writing, and there is a reason for it. Yeah, it's absolutely natural way of communicate. It's necessary, necessary natural way of communication, and necessary for communication as well. Yeah, how are you gonna learn grammar without writing it? How are you gonna remember grammar without writing it? How are you gonna practice grammar without writing it? If you will need to write a note for someone, how you gonna do it. Yeah, probably in a far, far, far future that I cannot even imagine. I know it wouldn't be needed, but right now and in the nearest future that I can imagine, it's necessary. It's essential skill that every educated person, every person basically who finishes the school, uh, is having. Yeah, have. Yeah, sorry, have not having have. Okay, okay. It wasn't the best speaking practice video. I understand it. So sorry if I did it a little bit boring for you if you are watching it, but 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 this is my speaking practice. I'm doing it for myself. Yeah, I'm don't want even anyone to watch it because what's the point of watching someone speaking, someone practicing English if I'm not even a native yet? So I'm doing mistakes. My pronunciation might be incorrect sometimes, and there is no point for anyone to watch these speaking practice videos. But for me, it's very important. It's a practice. It will help me in the future. It will help me in my future job. It will help me in the future to communicate with people. It will open the doors for me on the work market. Yeah, it will open the doors for me as a professional. It will open the door for me in career building. Yeah, it's essential skills for me. Like I've been talking about writing. Yeah, it's not become redundant. For me, English is essential skills, and not only that, I really like this language. I like reading this language, but sometimes exercising grammar and speaking and things like that, they require efforts, and I don't have much energy sometimes because I also learn other things. Yeah, and I do my best. I did my best. I do my best. I give everything that I have. I had time. I gave this time, and I feel content. I feel right now exhausted, but at the same time content that I've done the speaking practice. Of course, if I would have a speaking partner, it would be much more interesting experience. It will be much more interesting experience than just talking with yourself. But right now, I do what I can. Yeah, I do what I can. I do what is possible, and I'm getting my results. Not so fast as it might be with a teacher, not so fast as it might be when you are already in an English speaking environment, but still, I'm doing the progress, I'm doing it my way, I'm doing it in my way, and it's better than nothing. No, it's not even like that. It's better than doing nothing and only dreaming about learning the language. Yeah. Good. Let's not talk. Uh, or what I wanted to say is, I think it's time to finish this speaking practice video. I've been talking for almost 50 minutes. It's a good result, and it would be better to rest today in order to restore the energy and record another speaking video tomorrow. And I hope the next speaking video would be better. I will do my best in order to make the next speaking practice video better. Yeah. So, see you tomorrow. Goodbye for today. Have a good rest.